We're back, getting started on this. Going to clean up the firewall. If you guys were impressed with my abilities with the Ford 15, just wait till you see me do some body work. I've got a lot of crappy welds I still have to mess with here. Before this project, I had never welded anything, so some of these welds are in the very beginning of me even learning how to weld. So I've not gotten a lot better, but I have improved. But some of this still needs some touch up, so we're going to clean up some of that first, and then we'll get smearing over covering these crappy welds. Got the high points knocked off the welds, patched any remaining little spots there for it. As clean as I'm going to get it. Besides, we're going to hit it with some degreaser right now. Right there's the problem. This smells amazing. It's probably where we're getting off track. Sanded, cleaned, probably not enough for the 3 inches of body filler we're about to put on, but hey, it is what it is. So I don't know where to begin, whether to start, finger painting in the creases to try and make that contour, or do the flats. I'm thinking the flats, because then I'll have a flat up to it and then I can contour into it. I don't know. Read the comments, somebody will tell you exactly how it's supposed to be done. Can I help you? My wife and kids think it's hilarious to pull up and beep the horn, scare the crap out of Dad. Where some of this is pretty uneven, I've got some bigger highs and lows than what I can really eyeball smooth here right off the bat. So I'm just going to kind of rough block that to kind of start shaping where we're eventually headed. We'll see if we can't speed this rough in process along. we're looking pretty good so far with the bodywork on this. That is all more of a heavier duty. This is what I've been using so far. Problem I have with that is my body skills come from me and my grandpa working on his trucks out in his yard. So that's about what I'm bringing to the table here. So I've not done a tremendous amount to be super efficient with that type of a filler. So I can get it pretty close, but it's not where I need it to be. Where I've always went with that is a tube filler like this that is more of a glazing putty to get kind of the scratches, the fine imperfections. That's not something that I don't think you want to use that for anything heavy. This is just for light scratch kind of stuff, but that's where I need it. At the paint store, talking to those guys, doesn't seem like anybody uses this, but this is what I grew up using. I'm familiar with it. It doesn't have a hardener. With the other, it's got a hardener. I don't always get that mixed quite right to where it's, hey, 3 hours from now it's dry or it's hard in 3 minutes. So I like the flexibility. Hey, I don't have to mess with that. I know 15-20 minutes is the dry time. That's where we're going with that. This is smooth, not incredibly flat. I did get some sanding blocks. I highly recommend that. In the past, I'd always just kind of used my hand or just like a 6-inch block. Nothing to the scale of that. That makes it really nice to hold sandpaper on funky shapes and stuff like that. Even though we're not block sanding this, we're just trying to get it smooth. I don't care if it's all wavy. That still really helped to hold the paper on funky shapes and small spots, and really useful. So that's my 2 cents. Let's smear around some of the red putty. Gonna let that sit so it'll get hard, and we'll sand it. See where we're at. Probably still have a couple spots here and there. If I can see them clearly now, we'll hit them again with another shot of this. Then we'll prime it. Once I throw the primer on there, I'm sure that'll bring out a lot of flaws that we're missing right now. One thing I did find kind of funny, this is probably why this guy didn't want to sell me this one, to sell me something else. It says for professional use only. Now I'm far from a professional, so maybe he was on to something. Got everything filled, sanded down. Everything looks pretty good. I'm sure there's some things that are going to pop up that I can't see right now in the primer, but that's going to be a wrap for this week. Next time, I'm going to go tape everything off, get it primed, see what little flaws that I am missing. I'm sure that I am, so we'll address those and then try and get a paint job done on there for it. So that's where we're headed. Like always, thanks for watching. Tell me what you guys thought of today's video. We'll see you next week.